10 days since an explosion ripped through an apartment complex in Medina. It killed an 18-year-old and severely injured his parents.
And after more leaks were reported just days after the explosion, that led gas company inspectors to check out every apartment to make sure there are no more incidents. And News 5's Paul Kiska is in Medina. And Paul, the big question, are those inspectors making any progress?
Well, they definitely are, Frank. For the last 10 days, crews have been working to replace or repair more than 60 small gas leaks at this Medina apartment complex. They told me today they're almost finished, and that means most people can go back home. A week and a half after an explosion demolished several apartments and heavily damaged 8 units at Medina Village Apartments, more than 20 contractors are replacing natural gas lines. After the explosion, gas company inspectors found 63 units throughout the complex had small gas leaks. The exact cause of the explosion is still being investigated. Today, we saw crews replacing old gas lines throughout the sprawling apartment complex.
It's going pretty well. We've been out here a few days now, and we're almost finished. We just got this last apartment to tighten up, and we should be all set. Gas should be back on today.
People have been returning to their apartments once Columbia Gas inspects the repairs. Most everyone is already back.
A lot of the valves were old, 30, 40 years old. So they just came to check them all to make sure nothing happened. So they turned us all off, came in. They had all kinds of plumbing crews, furnace experts behind them, but they fixed every appliance that was leaking.
The apartment manager told me clothing donations are pouring in for people who lost all of their belongings in the explosion.
Amazing, overwhelming, heartfelt love, bringing the city together after a tragedy.
The apartment manager also told me any of those donations that are not used by people who live here at this apartment complex, they will donate and pass it on to Volunteers of America, the Salvation Army, and Goodwill. Live in Medina tonight, Paul Kiska, News 5.